What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft, how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Shalom, family. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. I sure hope y'all are staying cool. We have another heat wave, and this heat wave is going to go on for the next 6 days in a row. So, no, I'm not looking forward to that. And to add insult to injury, the air quality is so heavy because I believe the humidity is like 100%. So as soon as you step outside, it hits you right in the face. And man, that feels like crap. But I know why it's there. You got to nourish the trees and the greenery that's outside. But yeah, uh, hopefully this will be short lived. But 6 days, so it's not going to be over until the beginning of next week. So I hope you're all doing well. I really, truly do. All right. So we're going to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy. Well, he recently did a speech in his own hometown in front of a bunch of libertarians, and they literally booed him off of the stage. I think he was planning on doing this speech that was supposed to last about 40 minutes. Well, the speech was over in 14 minutes because he kept getting heavily booed by the crowd. And you'll see that because I'm showing you exactly what happened at this town hall. So he didn't do so well. But here's the thing about Vivek, he spends his time attacking us. And we're not even his adversary. We really don't care about this man at all. We don't follow him. We don't say anything about him unless he says something about us first. And number two, he's nothing to talk about. Who is he to talk about? But he tries to please the whites that are on the conservative side because he feels if he appeals to them, then he's a shoo-in. And that has not panned out. See, he's not a very bright man. That has not panned out for him at all. He tried to step on us the entire time he was running for president. He didn't get the nomination. And he's still stepping on us to try to get to the governorship. And he won't get that either. He won't get that either. So what you're doing, Vivek, is all in vain because no matter how much you try to attack us and put us down and be a straight up racist, the people that you want are still not coming. They're not going to come out to vote for you. And in the beginning, you can even hear them shouting stuff at him. Are we still mediocre? Are we still mediocre? I said, yeah. See, they didn't like that mess. But that is true about them, though. That is true. But yeah, they didn't like that. So they're yelling that out at him, and wow. But you know what? It couldn't happen to a better person. I'm glad he's getting a dose of his own medicine. He's being racist to us. and now they're turning around and being racist to him. And he don't have no luck no matter where he goes. Even when he went to Turning Point USA to give a speech, that crowd was not feeling him. They were dragging him for being a Hindu. So, Vivek, you may favor the white man, but he certainly don't favor you. And you ain't getting no brownie points by attacking us. All right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I think you're down for a good laugh this morning. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you.
What's going on, guys? Your home then goes up on paper. The government says, congratulations, you're wealthy. Your home's worth a lot more. What about our energy? The problem is that people then pay that much more property taxes. I'll tell you this. We've got, I'll tell you about, let's say data centers for a second. We'll hit this. I'm not against data centers. We want our home! To divide this country between winners and whiners, between those who want America to win and those who want America to whine. That is the true division.
What does winning look like? What does winning look like?
That's right. Get it out of your system. It's good.
What does it look like?
The truth of the matter is, no matter what happens in whichever direction we go, people of my generation have already made it. We're going to be fine. It's going to be your generation that pays the price. That choice belongs to you.
You're a political cretin, and you need to get the fuck out of here.
Are you in the camp of people in this country who want to win, or are you in the camp of people who want to whine? That choice belongs to you. You're a very eloquent young man. I really challenge. I'm sure you give you That's right. Get it out of your system. It's good. Just do it. So I'll tell you what it looks like. And you want to put America first. The question is, what actually lifts up the people in this country? Is it going to be more socialism? Is it going to be more affirmative action? Is it going to be adopting the methods of the left? Or is it going to be to embrace our system of free enterprise, the rule of law, and the founding creed of the Constitution? That choice belongs to you. It belongs to us. It belongs to we the people. And the truth of the matter is, no matter what happens in whichever direction we go, people of my generation have already made it. We're going to be fine. It's going to be your generation that pays the price. That choice belongs to you. So, who in this room actually, in a true way, not just to talk about it, in a true way, wants to make America great again? Okay? America, so in order to make America great again, you have to understand how do we make America greater than we have ever been, rather than to sit around and join the camp on the left of the whiners. Okay? It's not Republicans and Democrats. It is between You want to give a speech about Israel? Get on when they give you a spot, all right? So until then, you sit down, and then the organizers think this eloquent young man you want to hear from him. That's up to you guys. Spend your time wisely. Well, actually, the best system known to man to lift people up from poverty, and yes, that is our system of free enterprise. Yes, that is capitalism. Yes, that is what it is. All of us, the legacy of this country. We can fill the blank. And you can say you can fill the blank, okay? The number one reason that I'm not doing well is because is the patriarchy, is the foreigners, is the billionaires. You can fill in the blank. Yes. But the number one factor that determines whether you achieve your goal in life in the end is you. It's not the Jews. It's not the billionaires. It's not the patriarchy. It's not black people. It's not white people. It's not the foreigners. It is you. And that is what this country was built on. When today, in the scheme of things, we've got some problems to fix. But the amount of, I wrote the freaking book about that. Don't preach to you. That's the truth. And I think there's three things that made America great. It is our system of the rule. These are the men in whose shadow we live today in their country. And now we resort to what? Whining? Well, the question for us right now, the fork in the road, is do you want to win or do you want to whine? For me, the left is whining it up. We want to actually. Do you want to win that fight? So the answer right now is we want to make a wealth and create success instead of villainizing it. Peace out.
Vivek Ramaswamy, the Republican candidate for governor in Ohio, was just literally booed off the stage, called a political cretin by young Republicans in Ohio. You don't have to believe me, just watch this.
But the truth of the matter is, no matter what happens in whichever direction we go, people, my generation have already made it, we're going to be fine. It's going to be your generation that pays the price.
You know what he's really saying to them? I got mine. Now you go get yours. And, one of the biggest things young people complain about is how they can't do the same things that their parents once did, like buy a home and and be able to put food on the table. And back then, like, my father worked. My mother didn't always work. She had jobs here and there, but she did not consistently work. Most of the time she was a housewife. And back then you could make it on one income. We did. But now the generation that's here now can't do those things. Many of them can't afford to have children. They can barely take care of themselves. Many of them, I see a lot of young people complaining about how much it is to get an apartment. With the salaries they got, they can't even afford to get an apartment. And many of them are complaining because once upon a time they had an apartment, but they had to since leave and move back home with their family. They can't afford to take care of themselves. So to stand there in front of young people and pretty much say, I got mine, now you go get yours, because that's really what he was saying. They're looking for direction. And as you can see, he's not offering any. But he wants them to pull that lever and make him the governor of Ohio. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I remember my dad would get paid, and sometimes my mother needed to go to the supermarket to get more food in the house. My father would drive all the way across town, cash his check, drive all the way across town on his lunch, hand my mother money so she could go to the grocery store, and he would get back in his car and drive back to work. He did that a couple of times when we were growing up, and especially when we lived in Philly. He did it. He didn't do it so much in New Jersey because that would have been a hike. He still worked in the city of Philadelphia, but we lived in New Jersey. But he would drive all the way to the house, hand my mother money to go get some groceries, and then he would go back to work. And my mom would put myself and my brother in the car, and we would go right to the supermarket to do shopping. And you could do that back then. You could. But having a family on one salary, that is absolutely crazy today. I mean, it's still people doing it, but it is hard. It is not what it used to be. But that's pretty much what he's saying, and you can tell they don't like that. I got mine, now you go get yours. Yeah, well, that's easy to say when you're a billionaire.
You're a political creep, and you need to get the fuck out of here.
Let's see what happens in Ohio. Spread the word. Follow for more.
Vivek got to be one of the dumbest politicians I've ever seen in my entire life. Now, you wanted to be president, and they let you know quickly in that red camp that you was a little too brown to be their leader. So you latched on to Donald Trump, riding the MAGA wave, and you took your goofy, slew-footed ass to Ohio, to them people town hall meeting, and said, we'll be fine, my generation gonna be fine, but y'all is the ones in trouble. You ain't got the MAGA from 2016. You ain't even got the MAGA from 2020. Okay, this is 2026 Republicans, and they tell y'all ass because you've been feeding a lot of lies, and only the strong, hard dummies is still rooting for you. Most people realize that y'all said food would go down, and eggs went down, but everything else went up. Gas went up, everything went up, and y'all keep spending money on war and ballrooms.
Just as an FYI here, Vivek Ramaswamy is going to get his ass handed to him by Amy Acton in Ohio. He was in Cleveland and he was supposed to give a half-an-hour speech to a bunch of libertarians. Only he spoke for about 14 minutes before he was booed off stage. He kept bragging about how rich he is, and he kept denigrating the younger people. He said, the truth of the matter is, no matter what happens in whichever direction we go, people in my generation have already made it. We're going to be fine. It's going to be your generation that pays the price. That choice belongs to you. Does he really think it's going to go well for potential voters if he gets out there and insults them and says, hey guys, this is all on you. I'm just fine. Vivek Ramaswamy is a key example of how the Republican Party is so far out of touch. He's making all these stupid videos on social media going, I'm here eating at a restaurant in Ohio, just like one of you. Vote for me. Remember, this is the same idiot who in 2023 running for president said he wanted to increase the voting age to 25 and force people to serve in the military. It's laughably pathetic. But this is part of a continuing trend because Vivek Ramaswamy hasn't been able to gain any traction amongst voters. So why in the world do they keep claiming that he's neck and neck with Amy Acton? I've been putting up polls here for the last several days showing about how in multiple states around the country, the Democrats have a good 5 to 10, sometimes more than that, lead over their Republican opponents. They always try to keep battleground states looking like they're really close. But in many cases, that is nowhere near the truth. According to recent reports, nearly 60% of Democratic voters are incredibly enthusiastic to come out and vote in the midterms. Newest reporting shows Republicans down to 19. If you have shitty candidates doing shitty things under a shitty president, and you have less than a fifth of your voting base actually enthusiastic to come and vote, that doesn't equal neck and neck, which means if we all show up to vote, this could be an absolute blowout. But no matter if it's in Ohio, Georgia, North Carolina, Michigan, or any of those other competitive states, it's up to us to make it happen. This blue wave will absolutely crush the Republican Party if we all show up.
The truth of the matter is, my generation, we've already made it. We're going to be just fine. The younger generation, you're going to pay the price. Some of you may hear that and say, hey, that lacks empathy and is very condescending towards the younger generations. Now imagine that coming from your very own politician.
The truth of the matter is, no matter what happens in whichever direction we go, people of my generation have already made it. We're going to be fine. It's going to be your generation that pays the price.
He didn't even get the chance to explain himself because it's so condescending that they booed him off stage.
You're a political cretin, and you need to get the fuck out of here.
But here's also the truth of the matter. he might be actually right, especially when it seems like the so-called American dream is getting further and further away. And one part of that American dream that keeps getting harder and harder is home ownership, which, by the way, has hit a one-year high at 6.66%. The last time it was this high was July of last year at 6.72%. And I know I don't have to explain to you why this is happening. The war with Iran, inflation, oil and gas prices, the cost of energy, combine all of that with interest rates not going down. Yeah, we're going to see mortgage rates go high, including the cost of homes. However, I will say this. If you're someone like me who was approved for a home and that was in the market during COVID and you did not take it, you are punching the air right now, because now you're back in the market and you're understanding these real estate agents were not BSing you. They weren't BSing you when they were saying buy now, because now we're learning the hard way. Instead of being greedy, we should have just got the home. We should have just got the home and got that low interest rate. And now we're seeing that if we don't buy now, even that interest rate being above 6%, we might be looking at 7 sometime next year. I think I just had a coming to Jesus moment myself right here while I'm doing this video. Anyway, if that does happen, again, as more information comes out, I got you.
The truth of the matter is, no matter what happens in whichever direction we go, people of my generation have already made it. We're going to be fine. It's going to be your generation that pays the price. The truth of the matter is, no matter what happens in whichever direction we go, people of my generation have already made it. We're going to be fine. It's going to be your generation that pays the price. That choice belongs to you.
You're a political cretin, and you need to get the fuck out of here.
What the hell just happened? So, Vivek Ramaswamy is running for governor in Ohio right now. And that conference, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's called the Young Americans for Liberty, right? That's mostly libertarian conservatives. That's his people. This isn't a crowd of Democrats. If it was, you would understand why they booed him. These are his people. And he had the unmitigated gall to get up there and tell them, I got mine, screw all of you. Essentially what he's saying. Are you trying to lose, my dude? Are these guys trying to lose now? Have they just given up? I mean, fine. Why don't you just drop out then? No one's asking you to do this. No one's asking you to run. No one did. You chose to run because you thought your privilege, whatever privilege you thought you had, knowing what color you are, but you thought being rich would carry you all the way there. But you see, Vivek, every day you put yourself out there, you realize that you're not white. You're a pick-me. You're a person of color who thinks he's white and believes he has all the privileges that come with it. You don't, my dude. You never did. And you're learning the hard way. But man, the crash and burn. Oh, I got secondhand embarrassment watching that. I have never seen a party try to lose this bad. But give me your thoughts down below. Stay hopeful, trust your gut. You're not crazy.
Yeah, well, he got what he deserved. I don't feel sorry for this man because he spends his entire existence just dragging the black community. He's done this since he's been on the Republican side. He used to actually be a Democrat. He wasn't doing that back then. But as soon as he crossed the line and went to the right, oh, black people this and black people need to do this and black people and they need to do this and you account for all the crime and okay. Now, where did that get you? Where did you get? It got you nowhere. The people that you want to be on your side are against you. So remember one thing, Vivek, we never been in a crowd and booed you. Number two, we never came out and said to you, oh, you called us mediocre. You heard all that stuff they were saying in the crowd? Oh my goodness, they really went crazy on him. But we are always the one you attack because you think it's a step up politically if you attack us. But as you can see, as a brown man, that has not worked out for you at all. It has not worked out for you at all. And it never will. You know why? Because you've been attacking the chosen people. And because you're doing that, everything that you try to achieve on a political scale will fail. Look at everything that happened to you. You came in last place during the primaries when you tried to run for president. You came in last place. Then you got appointed to work with Elon and Doge, and before you even got started, you got the boot. They kicked you to the curb. And now you came out your face about a week ago talking trash about the black community. And this speech came after that, and look at what happened to you at this speech in front of libertarians. Just another white nationalist group, that's all. And you went before them to give a speech, and then it didn't turn out so well for you when you went before Turning Point USA. See, you trying to be a brown man, but you want to be seen as Caucasian. It's never going to happen. That's one thing Ann Coulter got right. She told you the truth right to your face. She would never vote for you because you're Indian. And that crowd feel the same way. They're not going to vote for you because you are Indian. They only showed up to heckle you. And if you notice, the whole time he was speaking, he got heckled the entire time. So to me, it's very plain and clear. You don't have a political future, Vivek. And maybe you should stick to your business venture. That's where you should be. But as far as politics, you don't have no future in politics. All praises to the Most High, because he's going to look out for his children. He certainly is doing it. The very people that you want to vote for you have turned on you. Couldn't have happened to a better person. Cleavon McClennan, thank you for the 200 Jules Sunshine. Thank you so much for your support for my channel. Zion's Love 1212, thank you for the 2 Jules Silver Star. Thank you so much. Thaddeus Peterson, thank you for the super chat. Hard work and talk like a baby boomer will make him an honorary European. Denial is not just a river in Egypt. You ain't never lie. And thank you so much for your support for my channel. No, he's getting what he deserves. He's getting what he deserves. So there is no deflecting on us so that you look favorable to other people. You know, and if you go on TikTok, there's other Indians that are embarrassed by him. You know, and many of them say they would never vote for him. They wouldn't vote for him. And that's his own people. Yeah, I mean, look, y'all, I don't feel bad for him, but I will look at those election results because I think he's going to get slaughtered. He's running against a white woman that's running for governor. She going to get it. She going to get the governorship. Vivek is going to lose. He's going to lose. So, y'all, one of many ancestral shadows. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Vivek, they see you now. Yeah, he's other to them. That's the thing. That's what he don't get. He wants to be part of the crowd, and he's not. Vivek is an other to them. And Ann Coulter pretty much let him know he is other. He is not Caucasian. He is other. And if you notice, he won't even defend himself when those white people come at him. He won't even defend himself, y'all, if you take notice, you know, because Ann Coulter, he didn't fight her back. He didn't fight her back at all. And you saw this crowd, they turned up on him. He didn't really fight them back. He just walked off the stage. He never finished his entire speech. And the same thing happened to him at Turning Point USA. All they did was harp on the fact that he was a Hindu. And they were letting him know right to his face they were never going to embrace a brown Indian that is a Hindu. And like I said, he won't even defend himself against them. Too scared, huh, Vivek? You're scared of them people. You're scared of them. That's why you won't defend yourself. Quantum Solace, thank you so much for the super chat. AD3, still lost in the sauce of his own iniquity, continually noting to an entity that cannot even direct their own 2 feet. The blind leading the blinded off the precipice of a steep cliff. Yeah, but you know what? It couldn't have happened to a better person. He's getting exactly what he deserves. We have never done nothing to Vivek. Nobody's in our community have done a single thing to him. But he's like many others. They just go on this attack. And so because he does things like that, I don't feel bad for him. I really don't. But he's about to lose in a landslide. That's exactly what's about to happen to him. And serves his butt right. eWorld, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. And don't forget to pick up your hair products. And I am sorry because I know some of y'all have written me and said your Chebe butter was melted. It's really not very much I can do about that. When fall comes, because, I noticed one thing. We were in the 70s for a few days, but in other parts of the country where some of y'all ordered it, y'all were in a heat wave, So by the time it reaches you, it's melted. So it'll get better in the fall. It should be a lot firmer, and unfortunately, I can't control the weather. But it's just stick it in your refrigerator. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I am working on other lives, so just be on the lookout. Shalom, family.